2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Last outing for the Clippers, it was a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. Now here's Lillard. Up and in on the layup. Lillard's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Bucks. Greg, we've got two of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Leonard, no luck. Here's Milwaukee now. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and two shots coming up. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Hard not to root for a guy like Josh Richardson. Remember, he's a former second-round pick, but this guy put the time in the gym. He's an excellent teammate, and now he's a valuable rotation piece and an excellent two-way player.
Now here's Giddey. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Here's Randall. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Leonard lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Just incredible touch from the interior. Kawhi Leonard more than capable in that painted area.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Outside Leonard. That one goes. Count it.
Toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk to Doc Rivers a few minutes ago, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Randall. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Pass to Bargnani. Over Giannis. No good from Bargnani. And the Bucks with possession. Then Bridges jams it in.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Now, here is Bargnani. Here's Giddey. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Already one of the best passers in the NBA. Josh Giddey. DB, what's next for him?
I think the only thing that has to improve is the consistency from range shooting. It's such an important aspect for a guard to play. But he's shown a willingness and a found confidence in that perimeter game. And let's remember, Kev, he's in his early 20s. There's so much time for development.
Jackson, that's good.
Oh, give credit to Lillard there. Outstanding work of recognizing the defense over committing.
Pass to Leonard. Looks for Bargnani, gets it to him. Outside for Randall. Over onto Tacumbo. Randall no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Giddey after the miss from Damian Lillard. It's Giddey with the drive. Kicks it out to Bargnani. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And stolen by Dunn. Giddey, no one around him. Offensive rebound. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
On his left side. Kicks it out to Lillard. For three, Bridges. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Right side, Jones. Pass to Giddey. There's the three. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, Lillard has those ups. He can get to the rim when he wants to.
Picked by Bargnani. Charity stripe shot. And there it is for him.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Bucks lead by 4. And the second quarter will get underway. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Iguodala. That's in the short one. Iguodala's got his first bucket in this one.
As he's gotten older, we've seen KPJ become a willing passer.
And that one's good. Simmons.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Outside, Green. Back to Porter. Pass to Iguodala. Outside, Green. Trent with the wide open look. Those three-pointers off the mark. Porter with the steal. And Kuzma has it in the corner. And he can't jam it through. The Clippers trail. Here's Simmons. No good. That would have tied it. Pass to Kuzma. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Iguodala. Misses off the right iron. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And their journey is just getting started. That'll be the second of 7 straight on the road.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Now, Giddey. Leonard looking over the floor. The shot, no good. Good D by Giannis. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Clippers trail by 4. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And a deep three from Lillard. Bargnani grabs the board.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Both good from the line that time. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Giannis. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Clippers have possession. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Outside Leonard. And here's Randall. Pass to Bargnani. Lock at 6. Picked by Bargnani. Leonard with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
The defense there got away with a make.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
Outside Leonard. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion, boy, what a career he has had.
To the paint. Antetokounmpo, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Bargnani. Inside, tries from 10, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Back to Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Second shot opportunity. He can't get it to go. Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Simmons. Down low. Pass to Jones. Up top, Randall. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Randall no good. And so it's Milwaukee with it. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in L.A. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. It's rebounded by Bargnani. The Clippers in the lead. Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Bucks making a change here. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis charging into the lane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bridges with it. And Bargnani picks him up defensively.
And maybe the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
Now, here is Bargnani. Outside for Randall. Carries it from three-point range. Randall's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Pass to Bargnani. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Bargnani. Randall outside. Lots of room. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Randall's got 8 points in the quarter.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
It's Richardson on the wing. Misses the 3. Clippers leading by 6. It's Jones on the wing. Still scoreless. It's tipped. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Josh Giddey.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
So both teams making some changes here. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Giannis. .139 left to play here in the third. Excellent defense there from Zubac. To the middle. And the layup's good off the glass. Zubac has got 6.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. 1:04 left to play in the third. And Green is right there. Green's got his first points of the night.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Here's Bogdanovich. Rebounded by the Bucks. And it's Trent in the corner. And a wide open look for Porter. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 5. Bogdanovich wide open. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. 5 points in the game.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
And Antetokounmpo inside. He has 7. Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And it's Green. Missing. Pushing it up. Leonard, that's for 2. Misses off the left iron. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact.
36.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. We told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every 3 they put up. Let's see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Bridges. Over in the corner, on to Kumbo. Using his size, Giannis!
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Here's Coffee. Richardson covering. Picked by Randall. Outside, Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Pass to Leonard. Outside for Randall. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Bucks trailed by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Pass to Jackson. A 3. Randall grabs the board. And here are the Clippers to the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And now here comes Antetokounmpo eating the break. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
There's so little ego in Giannis's game. It's not about him out there. He wants to make the game easier for his teammates.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Stolen by Jackson. Richardson outside. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Powers through inside, Giannis.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Pick by Bargnani. Down low. Just 4 to shoot. Pick by Bargnani. A 3 from Leonard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Knocks it loose. And stolen by Dunn. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, just amazing hustle. Chris Dunn using his long arms to come away with these kinds of steals.
Giannis high post. Richardson with it. Back to Giannis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Clippers leading by 7 and stolen by Richardson. At the top of the key, Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
High stakes moment, and Miles Bridges does not shy away. Go ahead, young sir.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard, no luck.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Pass to Bargnani. Inside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Giddey. No good with the triple. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
And those long arms and huge hands. Leonard has all the tools he needs to erase shots.
And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Picked by Randall. Back to Giddey. It counts.
Wow, Josh Giddey might be young, folks, but a fearless big-time bucket right there.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Pass to Randall. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. To the right side. A 3-ball. That one, no good. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the NBA on Thursday night. We're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Randall on the screen. Shot clock at 5. Got a hand on it. And they're able to recover. To the middle. Out left to the wing. And here's Connect outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Both of these teams tonight with a fair share of veterans on their roster spread.
Yeah, a lot of guys coming into this one, BA, just ready for what the game offers up. They have young guys that are watching and getting experience from observation. But the guys on the court tonight, they're going to understand where it is that this game in a 6-minute stretch can be taken advantage of, and that could be the difference in the win.
Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Pass to James. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Assertive move by LBJ, just taking what he wants inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to briefly talk with the head coach of the Clippers. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Tatum. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And here are the Clippers now. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Bargnani. The Lakers with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Three-pointer, Holiday. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Leonard, right side. And stolen by Hayes. All alone on the break. Here's Connect. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Connect got 5.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Here's Holiday. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Back to James. There's Tatum with the 3. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Randall. And he drives in. Oh, Shot's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. The 3-ball. And it's Connect missing. And Giddey has got the ball here for the LA Clippers. They trail by 9. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And the Lakers with possession here after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Giddey's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Tatum inside. He's got 5. James deciding where to go with it. Here's the 3. And it's Tatum with the 3. Tatum's got 8.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His 2nd foul, and we're not even out of the 1st quarter.
Now here's Zubac. It's good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Both teams will make substitutions. 17 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Pass to Keita. Here's Connect. The shot. 2nd shot opportunity. Keita gets the bucket.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up 2nd chance opportunities again and again.
And so it's 20. And for those of you just tuning in, 2nd quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, in today's NBA, the 3-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. And there's the call on Dennis Smith. That's his 1st foul. And we're now about a minute into the 2nd quarter of play. Here's James. It's rebounded by Zubac. Clippers trail by 6. Smith outside. Pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Just too determined. Zubac finishing strong.
And here's Finney-Smith. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And here in the 2nd with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Zubac. Jones from outside. And he parries his 1st look.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams changing it up here. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously, and size certainly helps, and then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Now here's Tatum. Give him 8 points now. 5 on the clock. Holiday from long range. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
And there's a defensive 3-second call. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Well, the attack can come from a lot of ways, either execution or by just getting on the bounce and driving it in, and that's where they've been very effective tonight.
Now here's Holiday. Got a piece of it. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Bargnani. Out to Leonard. Up top done. Here's Batum. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
So interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now, here is James. Giving them some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's tipped. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Now here's Dunn. Still no points. Bargnani can't hit.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Tatum. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Well, Tatum has such a natural talent for shooting. Pulling up on a dime is no problem for him.
The finish! Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
And the shot's good. Holiday's got 6.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
26 seconds left to play in the first half. And that one's good. Giddey's got 4 points this quarter.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Tatum way outside. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor. It's Giddey on the wing. Here's Bargnani. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. And now a 7-point Clipper lead.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, you have to be some kind of threat from distance.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Took them a while to find their rhythm, but they're rolling now and could win this going away. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Lakers trail by 7. There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum drills the 3.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
And here's Giddey. Driving in. It's deflected. James outside. On the wing, Hachimura. Back to Tatum. The 3 is up. And Tatum buries it from long distance.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Eubanks. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul. Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Brad, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Dunn shot is good.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial defensive player of the year candidate.
There's Tatum with the 3. Out to Hachimura. 3-pointer. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Giddey. Here he goes. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And that energy behind Giddey's drive helping him get it done.
Here's Hachimura. Back to Hayes. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey. Out to Hachimura. There's the triple. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Clippers lead by 4. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Randall. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. It's stolen by Tatum. Outside Holiday. It's James on the wing. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, the Clippers. They lead by 4. Back to Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Kenny Smith, a screen. Jacks up a 3. Blocked! And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And we've got a timeout call by J.J. Redick. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
The Clippers lead by 4. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Zubac. Queta pulls it in.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. James. And it's James with the jam.
With a burst of speed, LeBron turning on the Jets, getting past the D, and the big hammer.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Bargnani. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And he makes the first. And the Lakers making a change here. Both good from the line that time.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Tatum with a screen. 6 on the shot clock. For the lead. Rebound by the Clippers. 1:14 left in the third. Here's Giddey. Dunn outside. Connects from downtown. Dunn's got 5 points in the quarter.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Left side Tatum. To the left side wing. And here's Connect outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Connect got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Pass to Bargnani. Back to Giddey. Inside. Blocked. Out of bounds. The Clippers will keep possession. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. He can't hit that time. The Lakers trail. Now Holiday. Outside Tatum for the lead. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Leonard looking around. Here's Bargnani. And the Clippers miss again. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.